does suck. I don't mean normal suck. I mean like suck. Just suck. Badly. Even it can make your best day your worst day. And your worst day to a crappier day. It sucks that much badly. Oh my God. And no, I'm not talking about a vacuum cleaner. I'm talking about anxiety. But I'm sure you already knew that because that's why you clicked on this video, because you want to know how you can use anxiety for good instead of for bad, because it does suck badly unless you know how to use it in the right way. Once you realize you have it, you need to realize what's causing you to have it. It could be a person, an event that may have happened, or anything from the past that could affect what's going on now. So one thing you could do, you could ask yourself, what's making me feel like this, or what's causing this to make me feel tense or cause me to feel this way. Because once you do that and you just sit there and think about it for a second, your brain is gonna try to answer it for you. Whatever's making you feel that way, your brain's gonna bring it to mind, bring it to the front of your mind. It's gonna be the first thing that comes to mind once you ask yourself that question. After you get the answer to that question, instead of panicking or freaking out about it, try thinking about a positive way to use that. For example, say if going out in public by yourself might give you anxiety, maybe eating in public might give you anxiety. You might think you'll drop your food on yourself and embarrass yourself in front of everybody around, even though everybody around ain't paying attention to you. But hey, that's some people, just an example. But for the gist of it is, we're living in a future that hasn't happened yet and probably never will happen. So you're freaking out over something that's not happening. Almost like having an imaginary friend that ain't there, but you think they there, but they not really there. Kind of, when you think about it, it's like, wow, what the heck? But the scary part about it is, since you're living in these futures that you made on your own, that you really believe and that you live through, your brain can't tell the difference between what's real and what you've imagined. It might sound crazy, but it's actually true. Do your own research on it. You'll see what I'm talking about. It was research done on some basketball players. 5 of them were told to actually shoot free throws, and the other ones were told to imagine they were shooting free throws. And at the end of it, everybody's shooting percentage went up about the same, even though the people that had imagined it didn't actually do it. Them imagining that they did it and having a strong feeling with it they believed that they did do it. In a way, that anxiety is the same way. If you have a strong will, feeling like you actually living those fake futures that you ain't living, you're gonna think you've actually lived it. So for example, if you feel like you gonna do something to embarrass yourself, you'll probably never want to do that because you feel like you've already done it. And the feeling of actually doing it while you haven't done it, you're gonna feel like you already did it. That might sound confusing, but rewind this, think about it, then play it again. What I want y'all to do, whoever watching it, whoever sees this, I want you to pause. If you have anxiety, if you don't have anxiety, you can skip ahead about 5-10 seconds, I don't know. But if you have anxiety, if you know what gives you anxiety, I want you to pause this for a second. Well, no, not yet. I want you to close your eyes and ask yourself, what makes you feel that way? What makes you feel anxious inside? When you think about it, think of a solution to that problem, to that future you haven't lived in. Because if you can make a future you haven't lived in, you can also create the solution to that future you haven't lived in. And to take it a step further, some people actually use this to start their day out. They'll visualize their whole day and get their mind right in the morning. I thought about that. I was like, that could actually be the cure to mild anxiety. Even though some people might think it's crazy, but it's actually true. because I do the same thing. If I'm feeling anxious or having these crazy thoughts about stuff that could happen or might happen, I think, hey, it haven't happened. It's not gonna happen. And if it do happen, I'm gonna have a backup plan for it when it happens. When it's all said and done, anxiety sucks, but it could also be your superpower if you use it the right way. But if you just let it ruin your life and constantly depend on medicine, because medicine, you ain't gonna always be able to get that, but you'll always be with yourself. So if anybody watching this found this video helpful or somewhat informational in any kind of way, leave me a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and drop what way do you deal with anxiety.